Hello, grade 1. Today in our first session, we completed the reading worksheet for Unit 6, Week 1. Okay? And we usually start with completing the sentences with our vocabulary word. And we have this week, of course, we have 5 vocabulary words. The first word is fair. Fair means to treat everyone in a reasonable way, to treat everyone equally or in the same way. Okay, number 2, demand. Demand means to ask for something in a strong way. Okay, so demand means to ask for something in a strong or forceful way. Number 3, shift. Shift means to move something from one place to another. Emergency. Emergency when something happens suddenly or a problem happens suddenly and needs to be taken care of or needs to be fixed immediately. Okay, and we said examples such as if someone gets sick in school and we call your parents, it's an emergency, so your parents has to come pick you up. Sometimes some homes can get on fire. It's an emergency and police and firefighters come to see if everyone's safe or to rescue people that could get hurt. Conflict. Conflict is a disagreement or a fight between 2 or more people. Okay, and I showed you an example of 2 boys that were fighting over a ball, and they fix this fight or problem by taking turns. Okay, now that we went through all 5 words, we're going to use them to complete the sentences. Number 1, I blank my books to the side so I can have enough space to write in my notebook. So when you move something to the side, so that means I shift. Okay, I shift my books to the side. That means I moved my book to the one side so I can have enough space. My parents sit and talk with my brother and me when there is a blank between us. So my parents sit down and talk with my brother and me when there is a problem. So another word for problem would be conflicts. They help us solve our problems. Okay? My parents treat my brother and me in the same way. So when you treat someone in the same way or equally, that means they are fair. My parents treat my brother and I in the same way. They are fair. Okay. All right. So next, call the police when you have an emergency. We would call the police when we have an emergency. Did you blank that she gives back your book? Tell her that you want it back now. Did you demand? All right. Okay, next. These are our 5 vocabulary words that we just completed these sentences with. Next, we have the 6 high-frequency words. High-frequency words that we've been practicing reading through our stories and throughout the week. Okay, the first word is eyes. Okay, this is another feature that we're taking this week. Eyes. Number 2, enough. Remember, G and H sometimes make the F sound, like laugh and enough. Okay, number 3, door. Number 4, answer. Number 5, busy. And number 6, brought. Okay, eyes is a feature we have in our face. Enough means you have enough money, you have enough food. Okay, like you have the amount that is suitable for you or good enough for you. Door, the door, something that that allows you to enter or leave a room. Answer, when somebody asks you a question, you give them an answer. Or when the doorbell rings, you have to answer it. Or when your phone rings, you answer it. Okay? Busy means that people are doing things. They're not just sitting. And the last word, brought, is the past of bring. Okay? So number 1, blank the question, please. What should we do to the question? We should answer the question. Okay? Number 2, my cat has green eyes. Okay? Number 3, my dad was so blank today. He had a lot of work in the office. My dad was so busy. Okay, that's why he had because he had a lot of work. My mom blank us some food to eat. My mom brought. Brought is the past of bring. Okay, so my mom brought us some food to eat. The sentence is in the past. Okay, if the sentence would be in the present, we would say my mom brings us some food to eat. Number 5, Lisa has blank money to buy the jacket that she wants. So she has enough money. Okay, she has money, like the amount, so she can buy the jacket that she wants. Number 6, Anna was standing by. She was standing by or near the door. Okay? Okay, so I hope so far the vocabulary words are okay, the high frequency words are okay. Yesterday we also read a story, a fantasy story, a make-believe story, an imaginary story. What is the name of our story? The name of our story was Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type. Okay? What was the story about? The story was about a farmer. His name was Farmer Brown, and he had cows in his farm that like to type. What's the meaning of type? Okay, when I showed you a typewriter. Okay, so when I write something on the computer, I type on the keyboard. But the cows found an old typewriter. A typewriter was like is like a machine that has buttons on it and with letters on each button. So in the past they used to use this. So when they write when they want to write a letter, they would type on the typewriter. So the cows like to type on the typewriter. And every time they want something from the farmer, they would type a note to him. Okay? So let's start answering. And then they had a problem because they wanted something from the farmer and he refused, right? They wanted electric blankets and he refused. And then the hens also wanted electric blanket because they were cold. And then they agreed at the end to exchange change the typewriter for electric blankets. Okay. Number 1. What was Farmer Brown's problem? His cows like to eat, his cows like to sing, or his cows like to type? Okay, his cows like to type. What sound did Farmer Brown hear? Of course, they would always type. So he would always hear a sound of the typing. What sound did the typewriter make? The typewriter, click, clack, moo, or moo, moo, or how, moo. The sound that he would always hear was click, clack, moo. Okay? Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, like that. Because they were always busy typing. Okay, next. What did the cows ask for in their letter or in their note? Okay, they asked for milk because they were hungry. Do cows drink milk? No, they make milk. Okay, so number B, they asked for electric blankets because they were cold, or they asked for money. Of course, they asked for electric blankets because they were cold. Their problem was at night they would feel cold in the barn. So they asked Farmer Brown to bring them electric blankets, but he refused. So they decided, no, if you don't bring us the electric blankets, we will go on a strike. Okay? What did the cows do when the farmer refused? Refuse is the antonym of agree. He said, no, I will not get you any blankets. So what did the cows do? The cows went on a strike and didn't make milk. The cows ran away from the farm. Or C, the cows didn't do anything. The cows went on a strike and refused to give Farmer Brown milk. Okay? Remember, strike means to refuse to do their job, which was make milk. Okay, what did the chickens want? The chickens also, they wanted blankets too. They wanted a typewriter. They wanted food. They wanted also electric blankets because they were also cold in the barn at night. Okay, number 6. What did the farmer demand from the cows and chicken? What did he ask them or force them to give him? A, he demanded milk and eggs. He demanded blankets, or he demanded a duck. He demanded milk and eggs. He demanded that the hens would give him milk, and he demanded that the cows would give him milk. Cows give him milk and hens would give him eggs. Okay, what is the theme of the story? What is the idea or the message that we got from the story? Animals should fight with each other. Farmers should be mean to animals, or animals work together to make their lives better. The theme or the idea was animals work together to make their lives better. Okay, in the beginning, where the cows, they worked together to type the note and ask for the blankets, and then the hens joined them, and then later on they had an emergency meeting where all the other animals talked and they decided what to do. Number 8, what is the genre of the story? What kind of story is this? Is it a folk tale? Is it a nonfiction? Is it a fantasy? And we said that it's a fantasy because it's an imaginary story where the characters are doing things that can never happen in real life. For example, animals cannot type on the typewriter. Animals cannot think and have meetings. Okay, these are some things that happen in the story. All right, and that was it. See you guys.